can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? This is Radio on TV and I'm Ashok Tirwa. This week we have Dawa Dakpa as our guest. He's the owner of Shoe Bible, Bhutan's first shoe laundry shop, and the founder of initiative called Help Shoe Bhutan. We'll find out more from him as we take this program forward. So Dawa, welcome to Radio on TV.
Thank you.
Nasla, and it's been a few years now, and to be precise, like 3 years, 10 months. So how is Shoe Bible doing now?
Firstly, Kuzambo to Ashok and all the listeners and viewers. Well, it's been 4 years, almost 4 years since I've started this business called Shoe Bible. We clean shoes and then we repair shoes. Now we have reached to a point whereby we have been serving people, our customers of Thimphu, and now people have started appreciating it and our service. So yes, in terms of turnover and all, it's like we are sustaining, not only sustaining but making few extra bucks as well.
Okay, let's talk about when you want to start a shoe laundry shop. What was the reaction from your parents, friends and families?
Well, when I started Shoe Bible, the reaction was quite mixed because now parents especially, and then the well-wishers and the close ones, they expect you to after you have studied for almost 15 years, they expect you to do a job in a posh office, sitting on a chair and then in front of a computer. But since my job my job doesn't demand to me to sit in front of the computer, so it was quite tough to make them understand that it's okay at the end of the day if I'm making some money out of this and I'm surviving, that's fine. Now there are other group of people as well who were quite happy to know that I have at least started doing something. It may be now we call it blue collar job or whatever. They are quite happy to see me at least not roaming in the town but doing something constructive.
Okay, then what did you study as a student?
I started my schoolings here in Changzamto till 5th standard, and after that I've studied till 12th, 6th to 12th in India. And after that I went to college in Bangalore to study nursing actually. But as I was studying my nursing course, I thought, well, initially I don't know now, let's say peer pressure or my friends are going to that college to study that particular course, so I thought okay, it will be fun. But as I was studying and then realized that well, this is not the job I will be doing in future, so in short I have to quit my college.
So you couldn't complete your college?
No.
Just because you didn't want to?
Yes.
You wanted to open this shop?
Not exactly. The shop happened because I was looking for a job, and then there were no job since my qualification is just 12th grade. So I had to create a job of my own. That's why I opened the shop. But when I was in college, I studied, the course is like 4 years course. But I studied there for 5 years, and still I was in 3rd year. So that was the time when I started going away from what I meant to do in the college.
Okay.
So that's why I left my college.
So, but you opened the Shoe Bible as your first venture, and then you took a lot of initiative there.
Yes, starting my Shoe Bible, it's as I said, there were no jobs for me since my qualification is just 12th grade. So I had to create my own job. After starting Shoe Bible, I tend to realize that I saw many people without shoes on their feet, and let's say without a proper shoes on their feet. And all of our life we walk, we run, we carry stuff. So at the end of the day, we need to have a proper footwear in order to protect our feet. So that's when this idea of starting an initiative called Help Shoe Bhutan started.
So in that initiative, you collected shoes from urban areas.
Yeah.
And what did you do after that? You started just distributing it, or you use your shoe Bible company to mend those old shoes?
Now, Help Shoe Bhutan, it is an initiative of Shoe Bible. What we did was we saw that in urban areas, especially Thimphu, Paro, and Phinchiling, when I started the business, I used to pick up shoes from door to door myself. I didn't employ anyone. So I saw that when I went to pick up shoes, I saw that there were around 20, 30, 40 pairs of shoes lying on the shoe rack. So I realized that the urban area, the people of urban area have lot many shoes. They were just 2 to 3 pairs, and rest of the shoes are like dusted, and then it's lying on the foot shoe racks. Now on the other side of the town, in the villages, remote places, there are people who doesn't even have a single pair of shoes. So we started collecting old shoes from the urban areas, and then my now Shoe Bible, Shoe Bible cleaned it, repair it, and let's say recycled it, and then we distribute those, took those recycled shoes to the remote villages where there are no shoes. So we distributed free of cost to people there.
Okay. Now before we go to the another recent initiative that you have just completed, and you have we'll talk that after the break. And just now you have lined up a song for us. Would you like to talk about it? Why did you choose that song by Bob Dylan?
Yeah, it's called Blowing in the Wind. It's by Bob Dylan, and I have now let's say a supporter or a friend or whatever to whom I can turn to. He is the first and the last person to turn to, and he's like his name is Tash Chile. He's the managing director of PTCL, and he has been behind me morally and in any ways since the day I started Help Shoe Bhutan. So I just want to dedicate this song to him because I know he loves this song.
Yeah. Okay, that is very thoughtful of you, Dawa, and please enjoy this song chosen by Dawa Dakpa for Mr. Chile.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Yes, and how many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is a blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years must a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times must a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is a blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. wake up before he can really see the sky. Isn't how many years must one man have before he can hear a people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is a blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Welcome back. We are in conversation with Dawa Dakpa, the owner of Shoe Bible, the Bhutan's first shoe laundry shop, and a founder of an initiative called Help Shoe Bhutan. So, Dawa, recently you have completed this project where you have set up a clubs in 15 schools almost across the countries. So, would you like to talk about it?
It's been 3 years since I've started Help Shoe Bhutan, collecting old shoes, recycling, distributing, and till now, just a figure, we have distributed around 6,000 pairs of shoes, to be precise 5,994 pairs of shoes. So we felt that it's good. Those people who don't have shoes, it's good for them to give away shoes. But in a longer run, to make it more sustainable, we realized that we have to go one step further and then not only give shoes, but there is a proverb called "Give a man a fish, he will eat for a day." But teach him how to fish, and then he will not only eat for whole life, but if he have some extra fish left in his basket, he will sell it or give it to people, relatives, family, and then neighbors. So that's exactly what we were trying to do. We went to 15 different high school all across Bhutan, and then we set up a club called Help Shoe Club in those areas, schools, and we started training the students or the club members there in the arts and skills of repairing shoes. And not only that, we have also provided them with enough tools, equipments, and raw materials. Now the club, what will the club do is it will perform more or less like a cobbler shop. Now the students, teachers, and the villagers, people residing nearby the schools, if they have a torn shoes, right now what they do is if they have a torn shoes, they either go to a cobbler shop which charges like very expensively, but now the cobbler, the club in those schools will mend the shoes for the students, teachers, and people residing nearby the schools.
Why did you choose the schools? You could have gone to community, a village, where you could teach people also. Why did you choose to do it with the schools?
Schools, because now youths, they are almost all the youths are there in the schools, and there are many different kinds of skills that are taught in schools, and then in colleges, and then the vocational institutes. But this particular skill of repairing shoes, I think it's never been taught in Bhutan. So I gave them an option. What we did was, yes, if you're good in studies, you pass 10th grade, pass 12th grade, go to a good college, sit for RCIC, work in a civil service or whatever. But now we have created another option whereby if you're not that good in studies and don't have a good financial background, then you may start some kind of repairing shop in your village or in your town. So that's the real motive behind this. And not only this, but I've been, since I've visited all the 15 schools till now, and I've been talking to the principals, teachers, and then the students there, the administrative staffs of the schools, and what they were saying is during the vacations, winter vacations, when all the students leave, what they leave behind is they leave behind almost 20 to 30 sack full of shoes behind. Now, why do they leave behind? That's the question. Because till now there was no repairing skills or a shop in their school, so the students they leave it behind. Now it's a huge concern for especially for the environment because these are waste which cannot be decomposed easily. So in this way we are trying to address few issues through our small but a noble initiative.
So in a way, you are also helping to recycle, or let's say the old shoes as a waste. You are trying to recycle waste also.
Yes, exactly. Now, shoes, these shoes we wear every day, so we don't tend to go closely and then look at it very closely. Shoes are made up of different materials, leather, rubber, nylon, plastic, metal, and heavy metal dyes. These raw materials cannot be decomposed easily. So this is our initiative by which we try to address this environmental issue.
So you have been taking this kind of initiatives under your banner called Help Shoe Bhutan. So how do you mobilize fund for this, all these projects?
Till the time we were collecting shoes and then recycling and distributing, we although it's very tough since we are not registered in the CSOA, so it's tough. But again, looking at previous track records, people tend to be generous enough to support us financially. But coming to particularly this project of training students in the schools, we have approached UNDP's small grants program, and then they saw this project, and then they saw also the after effect and the benefits that can be reaped through this project, and then they were kind enough to support us financially to procure raw materials and then all those other stuffs required for this project. But again, I have I'm back to Thimphu just 1 week ago, traveling 2 months across Bhutan, training, and then again I have to stay in the somewhere. So there are costs involved. So this cost is not covered under this small grants program. So I had to look for other avenues to look for fund.
Okay, and do you have, just before that, what kind of challenges did you face while you were trying to take this initiative? Or was it very easy for you?
It was
quite children and school teachers forthcoming?
It was very tough because, as I mentioned before, Help Shoe Bhutan is not yet registered under the CSOA. So it's tough. When we go to schools, some school management are very kind enough, and they look at this project through the benefits that this project can bring to the students who are trained, and also students in general, the teachers, the schools, and then the local population. But there are other also there are few schools who were not very generous to us, not very supportive, but that's okay. I understand it because they are quite skeptic. But again, after a few days of training and their school, we could manage to change their mentality towards Help Shoe Bhutan and this project in particular. And we started this project in the month of August, in the early first week of August, and then it was tough because all the way it was raining, so many tire punctures on the way, and then vehicle breakdowns. But by God's grace, we have reached Thimphu safely.
Okay, so do you have any other initiative for the future? Any plans to do more of this novel kind of initiative?
While we were training in the schools, I don't know, the principals or the teachers, they were communicating with the neighboring schools managements and the teachers, and I've been receiving lots of calls saying come to our school, teach us, train our students, and set up a club in our schools. So I'm trying to look at it, but again it's tough since there are lots of funds involved in it. So to mobilize and then again go to the schools, it's tough, but we are hoping that we can overcome every obstacle and then visit new schools and then set up new clubs in those schools.
Okay, Dawa Dakpa, thank you for joining us. It has been a great pleasure to have you on this show, and we wish you all the best for your future initiatives. And for our audience, this has been another episode of Radio on TV. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ashok Tirwa, and goodbye for now.